Welcome back to Out There Area AM channel, folks, where we tear into the shadows of the cosmos, hunting truths that'll set your heart pounding and your mind reeling. I'm Scott, your guide through history's wildest mysteries, a fella who spent years sifting through dusty files and UFO tales that keep us glued to the night sky. Today, we're diving into a story so strange, so packed with witnesses and hard proof, it's earned the name Britain's Roswell, the 1980 Rendlesham Forest incident. This ain't just a yarn, it's a close encounter that left battle-hardened U.S. airmen rattled and the British military stonewalling. Picture it, December 1980, a dark forest near a U.S. airbase in England. Weird lights flicker through the trees. Soldiers go to check it out, and what they find flips their world upside down. Alien craft, secret tech, or something else. Declassified files and raw testimony say this one's real, y'all. Strap in, 'cause we're about to plunge into a mystery that'll grab you and not let go. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's chase the truth together. Let's wind back to December 1980. The world's a pressure cooker. Cold War nerves got the U.S. and Soviets staring each other down, nuclear missiles on standby. In Suffolk, England, two U.S. Air Force bases, RAF Bentwaters and RAF Woodbridge, sit tucked near Rendlesham Forest, housing NATO forces and some of America's meanest jets. UFO fever's still burning after cases like Tehran in '76, and folks are wondering what's watching from above. But what's about to unfold in this quiet forest, it's gonna rip the lid clean off. It's just past midnight, December 26th, 1980. Airman First Class John Burroughs and Staff Sergeant Bud Steffens are patrolling near Woodbridge when they spot strange lights in Rendlesham Forest. Red, blue, white, pulsating and weaving low through the pines. Thinking it's a crashed plane, they radio base and team up with Sergeant Jim Peniston. What they find ain't no aircraft. Deep in the woods, they stumble on a glowing triangular object, 9 feet wide, 6 feet tall, hovering just above the dirt. Its surface is metallic, etched with strange symbols like ancient hieroglyphs, and it's cast in a reddish glow that feels alive. Peniston, a tough-as-nails guy, gets close enough to touch it. He sketches the craft and its markings, later saying it felt warm, like it had a pulse. The thing hums, throbs, then shoots up through the trees, leaving the airmen frozen in awe. 2 nights later, December 28th, it's back. More lights dance in the forest, and now Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt, Deputy Base Commander, takes charge. He leads a team, Burroughs, Sergeant Larry Warren, and others, with flashlights, a Geiger counter, and a tape recorder. Halt's audio log, later leaked, captures the chaos. It's moving toward us. No doubt, this is weird as hell. They spot a red, oval-shaped object darting through the trees, dripping what looks like molten fire. It splits into smaller orbs, then vanishes. The Geiger counter spikes, showing radiation levels higher than normal. The ground tells its own tale. 3 dents in a perfect triangle, each 1.5 inches deep, where the craft sat. Nearby trees are scorched, branches snapped clean. This wasn't a dream. Something real touched down. The Rendlesham incident didn't vanish into the mist. It left a trail of proof you can't ignore. Lieutenant Colonel Halt's 18-minute tape, recorded live on the second night, is a gut punch. Real-time gasps and shouts, describing lights dancing in the sky and a craft like nothing I've seen. Peniston's sketches of the triangular craft and its symbols are meticulous, down to the weird markings. The ground dents, checked by British police, formed a precise triangle, and radiation readings, though some argue they're low, beat background levels. Halt's memo to the British Ministry of Defense, filed January 13, 1981, and declassified in 1983, lays it all bare. It's one of the tightest UFO reports out there, backing the airmen's claims. Burroughs, Peniston, and Warren never wavered, despite risking their careers. Peniston even claimed touching the craft gave him a telepathic download. Binary code he scribbled years later, pointing to coordinates for an ancient site. Skeptics scoff, but the code's real, and no one's fully cracked it. The U.S. and British response? Dead silence at first. The Ministry of Defense called it no threat to national security, slamming the door on more investigation. But cover-up whispers started fast. Airmen like Warren said they got harsh debriefs, told to zip it or face trouble. Halt, a straight arrow officer, stuck to his story, later speaking at UFO conferences. Some hint higher-ups at Bentwaters knew more, maybe even grabbed debris, but no hard evidence has surfaced. Skeptics came swinging. The big theory? Lights from Orford Ness Lighthouse, 5 miles off, flashing through the trees. But Halt's team knew the lighthouse's rhythm and swore the lights moved. Others pitched a meteor shower or secret U.S. tech, like a stealth prototype. But why test it in a NATO ally's forest, risking a mess? And those dents, burns, and radiation. No lighthouse does that. This case's power is its witnesses, trained airmen, not UFO fanatics, and the paper trail. So why the stone wall from the top? Rendlesham's a tangle of theories, each one pulling you deeper into the unknown. Let's dig in. Theory 1. Alien touchdown. The boldest take says Rendlesham was a straight-up extraterrestrial landing. A triangular craft, weird symbols, radiation spikes, and multiple witnesses scream something not from Earth. Halt's tape and Peniston's sketches ooze authenticity, and the airmen's rock-solid stories over decades are tough to shake. UFO expert Nick Pope, once with the Ministry of Defense, calls it a top-tier case. Was this a scout ship, maybe tied to the Hill's Zeta Reticuli claims, or something leaving a message in those symbols? Theory 2. Secret military test skeptics bet on a classified U.S. or NATO project. Maybe stealth tech or holograms tested near a sensitive base. The radiation and interference could point to experimental gear. But why risk it in a foreign forest? And why would airmen, trained to spot their own tech, come back so spooked? The cover-up vibes, threats, debriefs, keep this theory alive, but no proofs turned up. Theory 3. Human error or natural cause. The lighthouse excuse is the skeptic's favorite, but it crumbles when you factor in moving lights, ground dents, and radiation. Meteors don't hover or leave marks, mass hysteria or sleep deprivation. These were disciplined airmen, not prone to losing it. The physical evidence, dents, burns, radiation, torpedoes this idea. Rendlesham didn't just haunt Suffolk, it set the world ablaze. The leaked Halt memo hit headlines, fueling books, documentaries, and shows like The X-Files. The forest became a mecca for UFO hunters, with Peniston and Halt speaking at global conferences. It amped up Cold War paranoia. Were UFOs a front for secret tech, or a sign of something bigger watching us? The 1980 Rendlesham Forest incident ain't just a tale. It's a flare in the dark, blazing with questions we can't duck. Did an alien craft land in that English forest, leaving marks and messing with minds? Or was it a human secret, buried under military silence? 45 years on, Halt's tape, Peniston's sketches, and those eerie ground dents keep this case alive, daring us to stare into the night and ask, what's out there lurking in the shadows? What hits hardest is the human core, battle-tested airmen, putting their careers on the line to tell a truth they couldn't bury. The cover-up whispers, the physical traces, and the sheer weight of it all make Rendlesham a pillar of UFO lore. It's a challenge to what we think is real, and it's not going anywhere. Now, I want to hear from you folks. Was Rendlesham a close encounter with aliens, or a classified test gone rogue? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you've ever seen lights in the sky that gave you goosebumps, shapes, flashes, anything, spill it. We're listening. If you're itching for more cosmic riddles, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Next up, we're tackling the 1997 Phoenix Lights, a mass sighting that set Arizona's skies on fire. Aliens or something else? Stay tuned. Thanks for riding along, y'all. Keep your eyes on the stars, but don't blink. Something might be staring back.